Hi, travelers. Tara here. I want to thank you guys for all your well wishes for my oral surgery. It went okay. I'm still having a bit of, I don't know if you can see my jaw's kind of swollen on that side. It's been about a week now. And I went for a follow up last week, and I've got to go for another one this week, I think, or coming up in December or something like that. So this second half was a little bit, I don't know, more intense than the first one. It was under a Mercury retrograde, by the way. And so, the shadow phase we're coming out of, I think it's right before it ended. And so, this one is taking a little bit longer to heal. And so, anyway, just want to thank you guys for hanging in there with me. Johnny B, I did get your email. I will be responding to you. Somebody else sent me an email too that I need to respond to. I'll get back to you, whoever it was. So, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, Jessica Adams held a meetup with her group, and it's on the app Meetup, and I will leave the link below to her group there on the Meetup app so that you can sign up for the notifications and maybe you can get in on the next meetup that she has. Website members, for those of you who have gotten your charts from me. Oh, yeah, the person I just did, Maureen. I'm gonna get your charts to you. Yeah, I got it fixed. Okay. So, but for those of you who have gotten your charts with me, you want to bring your chart to the meetup, so that you can look it over while she's speaking and pull out certain things. It will be well worth your time if you did that. She and Alicia do a fantastic job. And the one last night, there were people from all over the world. It was really great and always informative and eye opening and thought provoking. And so I kind of wanted to do an open reading based upon this. Is it full moon eclipse? I believe that we have, and I think it's a lunar eclipse. I'm not exactly sure. Um, that's happening November 30th. Um, and the sun will be falling at 8 degrees Sagittarius. The moon will be opposing at 8 Gemini. Okay. And travel, as Jessica said, is what we're going to be looking at. Now, we know that if you've been with me for a while, I tell you that eclipses hide things. So there's something that we're not seeing at a particular moment, something that we don't know, something that we may get a preview of, and I think I've seen it already. I woke up this morning to a story in the Washington Post. We're over in Shanghai at the Shanghai airport. They sealed in over 17,000 employees inside of the airport, would not let them leave because somebody has tested positive for COVID. So I think that is the first glimpse of what may be to come. And Jessica said that she sees, based upon the patterns of astrology, there's going to be huge changes in the airline industries. And cruise ships going out of business, and border and immigration issues. And so to me, just seeing that image of all of those people trying to get out of the airport with the guards standing in front of them and refusing to let them out in hazmat suits, no less, the guards were, it kind of was like a wake up, like a light bulb going on. So I'm going to be posting up over on the website today another reading based upon some information that Jessica shared with us in the meetup, because I think it's rather important that you guys hear that. And I know I haven't posted anything in a long time on the website, and again, I want to apologize and I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I'm also going to be doing some elemental readings for the website, and I will start trying to work on the December readings here for the YouTube channel. So what I'm just going to do is, let me see, there was something else I wanted to bring forth to you guys. No, I think that was it that she shared with me. So again, I'll be leaving the link to her group below in the description box of the channel. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead. I've been doing a bit of shuffling and talking, and so what I'm just going to do is we're just going to pull a few cards to see what else this full moon, I'm sorry, this yeah, it is a full moon eclipse, falling at 8 Sagittarius and 8 Gemini. Remember, full moons are always in opposition to each other. The new moon, the sun the moon sits next to the sun. So here we go. Oh, the reverse 2 of Cups. I just want to make sure I have my deck upside down. All right, that's pretty interesting. The sun. The Page of Swords. The 8 of Cups. And there's our eclipse, people. This card is the only card in the deck that depicts an eclipsed moon. Okay, there's our eclipse. And in an odd way, there's our sun right there. The Death card. The Queen of Wands. The 9 of Wands. The King of Swords. Well, and the World card. Yes, most definitely. What is under the deck? The Page of Cups. Definitely based upon there's some news coming. If it is not some kind of romantic news or proposal, let me see if I can, without knocking my computer off. There we go. If this is not some kind of proposal, romantic proposal, or I don't think it's related to, I'm trying to see if I can get that. There we go. If it's not some kind of romantic information or news or message, then it is something that has a high emotional quotient to it. Okay, what I can say about this Knight of Cups is that the message is fickle. Okay, I wouldn't put a lot of stock into it. It may have the promise of, but it is not going to fully develop. Let me put it that way. We see it here. Okay, so I have past, present, future with the interplay of the cards. This 2 of Cups is quite interesting because it is reversed. You guys know I don't necessarily always read reverse cards. They tend not to speak to me. But something has literally been turned upside down. To me, this caduceus, the upside down caduceus, where the emotional balance has been completely flipped, or the emotional connection has been completely flipped. Okay, we do see someone leaving. This 8 of Cups, preceded by death. Okay, so this says to me that when this person leaves, or when this departure occurs, that is going to be the end of it. Now the question becomes, who is this Queen of Wands? I have 1, 2, 3 court cards, which can sometimes be an indication of 3 people in a situation. That's, you know, the possibility. There's also children involved here. here with this baby, here with this little toddler here. So I do feel that there may be children involved. I don't know if this has been an 8-year, a 9-year, a 10-year kind of a thing. Typically the cups represent months, the wands represent weeks, but due to the fact that I have this card here, it tells me that whatever this relationship or partnership was, it was something that was really good at one time. There was a lot invested in it, right? But now, that's no longer true. I also feel that for some of you, this eclipse is going to bring this situation to an end. In other words, it's going to be a completion of the particular cycle. I do feel in some sense this has something to do with the north and south nodes of the Gemini Sagittarius nodes. To me, though, this speaks of a rebirth here, and I don't exactly know how that's coming to play, because it would really need to show up to me like this. But there's something else happening here with these two cards that I can't quite put my finger on. And so I will be looking at that with the Sibila over here. I don't know if the Queen is the one who is leaving, or has left, or has agreed that yes, it's time for us to part ways. You may be dealing with I would first say an Aquarian, but definitely an air sign male. Could be sun, moon, or rising, I don't know. If not that, then what we're dealing with is someone who may be a doctor, a scientist, a writer, a chef, a police officer, a soldier, simply based upon the idea of the use of sharp instruments and tools to complete a job, or a keen, sharp intellect to solve problems or to work. I also get that there's still some kind of battle that's someone is still willing to fight or expend the energy. He's not willing. And the reason why he's not willing is because you see how he has his sword up against he's blocking those 9 wands there. So I sense that this, even though it is clearly over, I think that someone is trying to continue with the situation. And I think what the cards are saying is that here, it's definitely over. It's time now to move on to something new. So let me grab my book. Now, upright next to the sun, it tells of a great love shared and shared understanding. 2 people or a couple will enjoy many blessings together. That's that energy that I'm getting about all of those years spent together. It's been a very fruitful, blessed kind of relationship, but someone is now ready to part ways. It tells of a great love and deep understanding that is shared and enjoyed, and many blessings to come. However, this card reversed: arguments, mistrust, disagreements, conflict, betrayal, separation, broken promises, broken romance, the end of a relationship, disharmony, separation, divorce, unfulfilling and dissatisfying relationships. That's what this is telling me. That it no longer, and that someone is really tired of fighting and arguing. That's what this is telling me. Okay. Now, doesn't tell me anything being next to any of these major arcana cards, of which I have 3, right? But this is why I say that the message that came through, this might be the offering of a truce, but someone is not willing to accept it yet, or it hasn't come yet. I would say that if it does, you may be under the impression that it is an opportunity. Someone may be under the impression that it is an opportunity to mend or fix what is broken, but no, it's not a full-fledged offer. It is a offer of truce, okay, but it's not what you think it is. That's what I'm trying to say. The 8 of Cups. Let's see here. Doesn't tell me anything, okay? The only other thing I can look at is the 9 of Wands. There are no repeater numbers here. Interesting. With the Sun, it denotes business or personal interest pertaining to either properties or travel or vacation destinations. It also says property management may offer the outlet for which you may be craving. Well, we kind of see this idea of movement and travel, and I would think that this is of a personal interest, not of a business interest. But this Death card in the center, it just there's nothing else that I can look at. So here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to trying to see if there is anything I still don't get why this Death card is above this guy. I just don't. And by the way, this is reading is for same-sex or heterosexual. So this Queen would represent whomever's going to take the role of the female. The King would represent whoever is going to take the role of the male. Okay. We know that the Death card is the cosmic scissors, but there's again something about the placement of it that's right in the center. We are looking at an ending for sure, but there's something about the placement of it being under the sun that I can't quite put my finger on. So let's see. The Viaggio. The Belvedere. And the Domestico. So again, that idea about the trip or travel, the Viaggio, a visit. We see the Belvedere. The Belvedere is the idea of waiting for something or someone to arrive. Okay. Not quite the imminent arrival, but the arrival of news or someone to arrive, and any of the emotions associated with waiting. So what this tells me is that for whomever, the wait will be over and will be over soon. I do feel that this is perhaps someone coming back from some place. Remember, I said he could be a soldier, so this could be someone who's in the military, associated with the military. On his way back, we see here the Domestico. But the Belvedere is saying to you, while you are waiting, instead of having the feelings of anxiousness and, I don't know, whatever else goes along with waiting, that you should instead be using that time to reflect upon your own inner whatever's going on. And I really feel that the card has come out to say that you should do that because the news that is coming, and for some reason I get the sense that some of you have an inkling of what the news is. And maybe you're just kind of hoping against hope or praying or whatever the case may be. And then again, some of you are not wanting to face up to whatever the issues are. And you are being given this extended time while you are waiting for the return of this person or this person to arrive or the news or message to come, to really take a look at what's happening inside of yourself, because there's definitely a change coming. It's clear. The domestico can be the return of someone, of a man, but the domestico is just that. He's a servant. And his job is he's supposed to help you. Now, he can be a shady character because, the truth is he coming back to help you or is he coming back to help himself? So there's an ambiguity with this particular character. He is a Knight of Wands. So again, I think this is the idea that the person will be bearing a message. When the person comes, there is a message that is coming with the person. I do feel that the person has been away. Maybe they've been away for 8 months. That thing comes around again as well. See the news here. But most definitely, this is, you are waiting for the return of this person or that news. And falling on this death card, we see that this event brings about a closure or an ending. We see it here quite clearly, quite plainly. Now, I can't say for certain if this Queen of Wands is a third person party or not. Well, now it makes sense why the death card has presented itself underneath the sun. The cards are giving us fair warning. It's shining a light on this, that this is about to come. Again, it's a very strong message. Some of you may have already gotten it. I would say at least within the next week or so. All the way out to the full moon eclipse. And maybe that's what you have not been able to see. Remember, it hides things. And it doesn't necessarily mean that whatever it's hiding is something that's always nefarious or dark or dangerous. It just means that the information is not available to you. So whatever decisions you are going to make, or you may try to make a rash or snap decision, you should stop. There's something about this message that also is saying that you should stop. You should not make any rash decisions, because there is a heartfelt message, or at least a message that will affect you emotionally. Let me put it that way. If this is about meeting someone new, I would tell you that, again, this is a fickle energy, and I don't think I explained it right about the stop, but that's what I'm feeling, is that you should not make any rash decisions, okay? Particularly if you've been involved with this person for a long time. There's more to the story. So there's an offering on hand. Let me put it that way. And I honestly feel it has to do with this Nine of Wands. I know I keep hearing you guys, look at the Queen. No, this is what's important. It is important because of the placement. It comes as the final card in the first column, but the first card in the final row, okay, the future row. So the whole reading hinges on this card. Disgrazia. Il nemico. Holy shit, there's lots of knights here. Isn't that interesting? Well, I'm just kind of astounded by that. Typically, the disgrazia is a card that speaks about, I don't know, disappointment, humiliation, betrayal, arguments, fights. What I was saying about this card. With someone who has turned into your enemy, that is a Knight of Swords. Um, in other words, I want you, that's a Knight of Wands. And here we have a horse. 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 Okay, so there are lots of moving parts happening here. But basically, I think this is quite interesting here. Typically, the Il Nemico is somebody who's trying to make your life hard. This person is not really, if it's somebody that you don't know, let me put it this way. Remember, because I was saying, if this is somebody you just met, if this is somebody that you don't know, I want you to keep your eye on this person and trust whatever your guts are telling you. Typically, if it's somebody new that you don't know, you're going to have a bad feeling about the person every time you're around them. Trust that, okay? Trust it. For those of you who are already involved with this person, this could be the person who kind of turns into your enemy in front of the whole world for everybody to see. What used to be love, now ain't love no more. Y'all been fighting like cats and dogs. Everybody knows your business. Okay? But what I find to be is that the Fortuna card has come out. Now, this card is only one of two cards in the Sibila deck that has the power to annul any negativity. In other words, no matter what else is going on, it is like you will be protected. It's like the card of divine protection. Okay? So you're going to be protected. So I think what this tells me is that whatever previous things that this person has perpetrated or you've gone through with this person in this situation, it really is a blessing in disguise. Okay? And so if the person doesn't want to fight anymore, I don't know if this is a divorce issue. Maybe you guys have been fighting over property. Maybe you've been fighting over children. Maybe you've been fighting over alimony, child support, how you're going to split up the 401ks and the insurance and all of the things that go with those things of the 8th house, okay? That is coming to an end. Again, this honestly feels like a truce offering here, okay? In other words, it's time now to put this to bed. It's time to put this to rest so we can move on. Again, it's like that circle here on that wheel. Okay? See, the figures are so similar, only this represents the Wheel of Fortune. But look how similar the figures are. Yeah? Okay? And so this is about recognizing that whatever this situation was, it is time now for it to end. It will be ending. The news is coming. Whether this person has been away on a trip and we've gone through the Mercury retrograde, or you haven't had any communications with the person for the last 8 weeks or 3 months, whatever the case may be. Okay, there's been a hold up, whatever. This definitely tells me that the relationship is no longer a healthy relationship. That's why the upside down caduceus has presented itself. It's no longer healthy for either person. Okay, no matter what the attachments are, no matter if it's children, if it's property, it's no longer a healthy relationship. There is no more room left for you to fix or repair the relationship. Okay, it's time now. And so that's what I have for you. Before I go, I am going to pull a Golden Nostradamus card for you. So I want you to formulate your question for the Golden Nostradamus card. Make sure I got them right side up. Yes, I do. Go ahead and formulate your question. I'm going to start to shuffle, and we will see what Nostradamus has to say. You know, what I don't see here is I don't see a lot of pain and Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, Three of Swords. I don't see a lot of that. And I think whoever has been the difficult party in this situation is now ready to... Oh, Jesus, my cards are upside down. I don't even know how I did that. That person is now ready to move along. It's time for this situation to move along now. Get along now. Maybe that's what all the horses are telling me. Okay? It's time to get along now. Okay? December, January, finalization maybe in the time of Aquarius, perhaps. Is that February? It will be a done deal. Number 18. That's interesting because it's another kind of... It says the boy. The pure of heart are never afraid, but the scoundrel's fear is never allayed. Cultivate simplicity, goodness, purity, and honesty. These attributes will give you an advantage over difficulties, enemies, or your inner hardness. Reflected here as a page to me, just the figure alone. But the fact that he comes with flowers and a 40 and a medieval 40, he is representative to me of the knight. Someone bearing gifts. So again, if this is someone that you do not know, okay, know that this person is going to bring you some difficulty in your life. They're a scoundrel, so watch out and trust whatever your instincts are telling you. For you that has been in a relationship for quite some time, this is the end of that. And whatever you've been fighting over, whatever you've been disagreeing on, you know, whatever the issues were, they're really not relevant anymore. And so I don't necessarily see more fight left. And I think this would be a real opportunity for you to clear your slate for 2021. You know, but of course, you're an adult. It's up to you to do whatever it is you want to do, right? It is your choice. So with that being said, thank you so much for listening. And don't forget, I'm going to put the link to the Meetup group. I think it's Astrology and Tarot in America is the name of it, to Jessica's group there on Meetup. And that way, you know, sign up for the notifications for that group so you'll get a notification of the next time that they're going to be doing something, she and Alicia. And so that's it. Oh, and if I don't see you guys, and I probably won't, for Thanksgiving, for Turkey Day, I want you guys to have a safe one. If you are, God, I hope nobody's traveling. I hope you guys aren't traveling for Thanksgiving. I just, particularly with this full moon, it's just, imagine going somewhere and then when you land, all the airlines are shut down, or the airport, they lock you inside of the airport because there's a breakout of COVID. I mean, really, this is quite, it is quite the warning. Honestly, it's quite the warning. So with that being said, please stay safe, social distance, wear a mask, wash your hands, okay? Air hug, air kiss. I know it's difficult. Oh, I don't know if you know, but Zoom is going to be offering free video calls all day for Thanksgiving. I think it's open as long as you need it to. I don't know how they're going to pull that off. We shall see. And so you can, speak to your relatives from afar. My daughter and I are going to be baking a sweet potato pie with my mom up in Washington over Zoom. So that's what we're doing. So with that being said, stay safe, enjoy your holiday season, and I'll see you guys soon. Namaste. I don't know, can't turn the camera off. All right, bye. Oh my God, it won't shut off. How weird.